It's really cold in here. Yeah. So, trying to figure out what I want to talk about today. I think I'm going to talk about migraine and seizure sign. Do you get migraine and seizure sign? Would you recognize it if you did? About 80% of people newly diagnosed with migraines and with minor seizures, when asked, have seizure sign, have migraine sign, and when asked why they never mentioned it, didn't think it was a medical thing, which kind of baffles me. In this day and age of social media, you should have at least seen 3 memes cross your feed in the last year that talked about migraine or seizure sign. If you didn't, then you're hanging out with the wrong people. We'll leave that to your imagination. What is migraine and seizure sign? Let me see if I can... Okay. You see the glittery lines? Now imagine that I'm cutting. In your vision, ever so slightly, yeah, I can't cut and talk at the same time. Okay, there was one. Let me do another. It takes 3 to really explain it to somebody. There's 2. And there's 3. Okay, so you glance up, and this is in your vision, except it's compared to my eye about that big. What I'm seeing, not what you're seeing. So about, you can't see it, about that big. It's this tiny little, bigger than a comma, spot. Almost center vision, but not quite. And if you go to look at it, it moves away. Okay, because it's on the edge of your vision. But it's this tiny little spot that's just ever so slightly sparkly. In a brightly lit room, you're not going to see it. Your vision's just going to be slightly off. Be slightly nauseated, slightly unable to focus, not quite unable to focus, just slightly. Just a little off. If you go into a dark room and you close your eyes, you can see this tiny little curlicue like an electric sperm. Okay? And it grows. And it grows. This is the wrong angle. Mine is actually like this in my eye, but the sparklies are this way because I did it wrong. And all of those little lines are electric. They sparkle in your vision. Okay? As it's getting big, like I said, you can see through it. It's not the center of your vision. But it gets bigger and bigger. So it starts out this tiny little spot, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And bigger until it just goes away. And you can't perceive it. Okay, it's still actually there. That's a migraine aura, or a migraine seizure, or a seizure aura. It can get worse in bright lights. It can be invisible in bright lights. You can't see it, but it's there. It can get worse with sound. It feels like it's one eye and not the other because the seizure or the migraine is on one side and affecting the other eye or the other. It goes away, and 2 to 4 hours later, most people get a migraine, or they have had a minor seizure. And the minor seizure gives you a headache, a dull back of the head. I didn't have caffeine for 2 days. There's not enough oxygen. I really shouldn't have quit smoking this week. Headache that doesn't go away. I talk to people. They'll say, oh, my eye's doing this weird thing again. You're like, oh, well, what's it doing? Well, it's like sparkly. Okay, let's go over this. 90% of the time it's a migraine seizure, or migraine aura. I'm saying the wrong words. And I'll say, oh, you're going to have a migraine. How do you know? Because you have migraine aura. No, my eye's doing something. You don't want to know how belligerent people get when you tell them something medical that disagrees with what they think they know about themselves, but is basic medicine. Okay? I once had somebody that I knew who was in her late 20s take a tissue, hold it to her face like this, over her nose, and blow with both nostrils. Honk, and then wipe, and then walk away sniffling. And she did it like 3 times. We worked together. And the 4th time she did it, I was like, why do you do that way? What do you mean? It's like, why are you not blowing one nostril at a time? Why would I, what? No one taught her how to blow her nose. She was still doing what her mother did, which was hold the tissue across the face and say blow. So that's what she was doing to blow her nose. And I showed her, push, cover, blow one nostril, wipe, push, cover, blow one nostril, wipe. You get 10 times as much pressure out of one nostril as you can get out of both. She threw a screaming, ranting fit at me for, you think you know everything. I know how to blow my nose. Met a 20-year-old guy who'd never been taught how to wipe his butt. Seriously. Put the tissue down there, rub it around a little bit, and walk away. Drop it in the toilet bowl, you're done. Dude, no, see. Apply pressure and scrape. No, you don't touch your own ass. That kind of... I'm derailing completely. I'd do that. Migraine aura. If you're seeing the aura, it's either a migraine or it's a seizure. Seizures can cause migraines. Migraines can cause seizures. Most migraines are in the seizure family in some way, shape, or form. Mostly I just want to explain what a migraine aura is because I have hit too many people who don't know. I'm babbling. This is not a good recording. So, for the record, half the time before I start, I mess up my hair. Just for the record, I've done that multiple times because I get that way. Now it's not going to lay down to save my life. Oh, see how I'm losing hair right here? Can you see that? So somebody asked me why I have such a nice clean line. It's because I did electrolysis when I was young. Because I used to have, my hair came in fuzzies way too close in. Eddie Munster style, we'll just call it that. And I had electrolysis to get a nice perfect line. And I still was going to get this done a little bit and I never got around to it. You can see that one side is done significantly more than the other. Maybe you can see, I don't know. This is sideburn hair. It's got a different texture to it from having taken testosterone. Anyway, so I was looking at a photo of mine from 2013. The face is distinctly and decidedly more slagged. And when I thought I was growing back some eyebrows, my eyebrows are actually heavier back in 2013 on the sides than they are now. So while I am growing back some eyebrows now, apparently they fell out at some point in the last 4 years. I'm going to blame Hawaii for that, because I don't remember it being an issue before. It's 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes. I'm going to let it go. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.